That is as in Tom walked up. I was like, hey, can I jump in? And I said, sure.
Guilty.
Fair enough. All right. So real quick, if you guys would, Tom, I'll let you go first. Just name who you're with and what you do.
So my name is Tom Givon. I'm the VP of Marketing and Solutions in Give Solutions. Give Group is a global company.
Okay.
Our headquarters are in Israel. We have established a company here in the US and in the EU, in the European Union.
Okay.
We basically we specialize in management solutions. We like to say that we provide a digital brain to an asset-intensive organizations.
Okay.
Sounds like artificial intelligence to me.
Yes.
How about you, my friend? Give us your
Okay,
name.
So,
A little bit closer.
Mayor Givon, I'm the founder of the company, started with 10 fingers. Now if I quote HEXAGON, we are one of the largest partners, a premier partner awarded for many years by HEXAGON.
Huh.
We started to cooperate with them in 2008, actually chose
Wow.
for our customers which platform we will use, and they chose HEXAGON EAM. It was then Info EAM, and since then we are growing exponentially and with a lot of success stories. As Tom said, what we do is we consider it like the digital brain, the software that runs intensive infrastructure organizations that focus on services or utilities. And then we find out that they don't have a proper solution to run themselves in the best way, efficient way, evolving way. And the solutions that we have developed, provided as best practices for industry-specific customers are a winner.
Yeah, for sure. Well, first of all, the name of the company is Give, G-I-V, correct?
Correct.
What does that stand for something?
Three reasons. Initials of family.
Okay.
Give Solutions without the E, and what is like the start of Give On, but mainly I'm joking and saying that the world has proved that three letters are enough for greatness, like IBM, SAP.
Right.
So GIV, guys, you should know GIV now because we are the future.
Yep. Well, we do, and our listeners will as well. This is pretty exciting. I need some more context. Like you mentioned that you have some good examples of this and how it's benefiting people. So I think if you can provide a couple of those, it'll clear the picture up a little bit.
I'll try to put the motto in 60 seconds, and I let Tom that personally manage several of the wonderful projects with hands-on to talk about his personal experience.
Sure.
We found out that customers that are intensive infrastructure organizations that provide services have a lot in common, of course. They all, even though there are different sectors, like rails, metro, transportation, smart hospitals, smart cities, there is the mutual, which is the infrastructure, and this is a core business of the organization, the core headache. But then he provides the services, so he needs to manage the services. You cannot be an excellent organization, smart organization, without having a smart digital platform now that is like a digital brain. It's not enough to have the wonderful, the best managers. You have to have the platform to let data work for you, to sense, to integrate, and to make decisions, and to learn and adopt all the time. So Tom can give some examples of such projects.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. Let's start with cities because I think that's the one thing most people will relate to. We hear the phrase, the buzzword smart city a lot.
Yeah.
And when you dive a bit deeper into that, if you, let's say, talk to any municipality and they tell you that their city is smart and you ask why, and they say, because we have implemented CCTV cameras, or we implemented smart junction,
like streetlights?
Streetlights systems. things of that nature. And my question to them, my follow-up question is always the same. Is okay, so you have smart cameras. Let's say your smart cameras now saw that there was an accident at junction X.
Yeah.
Then 3 people saw it and they called the control center of the municipality and each reported that there was an accident. Do you know it's the same accident, or are you sending 5 different incidents to 5 different contractors to go to
Ah,
and
okay.
that is one of the
Awesome.
things that we can do. We can make the organization's life simpler.
Yeah.
First of all, we can identify that this is all the same. Secondly, we make everything work in harmony. So from different departments of the organization, of the municipality, let's say the municipality has a department or a sub department that is responsible for events like holidays, like maybe parades, whatever. And they have the maintenance department and they have the guys in charge of the roads. All of them need to be in line together, because once, let's say, there is work being done on the pipes at a certain street, that is exactly when you want everyone aligned and do all the work that you already need to do, because the street is already under construction. Don't close the street 4 times.
Yeah.
Just do everything once. Control the budget. Make sure everything is optimized in that sense. So that is one example. In Tel Aviv, we have the Tel Aviv Sewage and Water Company completely operating on our solution. They won an award last night for best in maintenance here in HEXAGON Live, which was a great honor.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
And they are one example of our organization that is completely aligned because they're working on one platform from end to end. Another example from the metro world, for example, our system manages the Red Line in Tel Aviv. It's the new metro in the Tel Aviv municipality. Connects 6 different cities, 34 stations in total. And it's a big, complicated project. Everything was built just very recently from the ground up. So everything is smart, everything is monitored, everything has sensors. Our system acts as the main system. Everything integrates to it. Over 17 different sensoring and control systems are integrated to our system. We manage the entire processes from maintenance, operations, logistics, purchasing, from end to end.
With 170 KPIs of RAMs, reliability, availability, maintainability, and safety, that is derived like the digital brand that collects from all the other systems from many vendors.
Yeah.
So do you set this up
Yes.
like unique to each,
Like it's custom,
like
for every.
for each client,
So
and basically build it however they want to look like it?
We created GiveRail, which is a best practice a vertical industry solution, and it is deployed also in Jerusalem Metro. Okay, so we hold actually the 100% of the operating lines in Israel today
Okay.
with the same solution. But yes, it is. There is the platform of HEXAGON EAM, there is the industry solution of Give, and there are adoptions and integrations that are specific because different systems are chosen, different suppliers and contractors provide in each project other systems to integrate to. Okay.
So to your question, it's like basically we provide an 85-90% ready to go solution,
Okay.
and we adopt the rest.
Okay, gotcha. So who are your typical clients or customers?
Municipalities?
You have it in front of you.
Yeah,
but
these-
let's talk about municipalities.
Yeah.
Municipal services, campuses for education services,
Okay.
universities, colleges, and training compounds, hospitals for smart hospitals, real estate owners for real estate for rental, or elderly supported living solutions. Roads and highways and bridges, and let's talk about it a little. Because let me give you an example. We have first in the world we have developed integration between drones for inspection that can work in touch in order to be closed and identify 0.1 millimeter of crack that is required by the regulations. And it took this and integrated it to Hexagon EAM. We got awarded on that by Hexagon. Hexagon created a video on that. But what are the results? Today, if you want to inspect a bridge or a tunnel, you have to close it. We showed that we can do it in parallel to traffic. We succeeded to do it parallel in traffic with no risk to human lives. First of all, the inspector is not there.
Yeah.
Because until now he had to climb on cherry pick or on a ramp and bring it with a truck, etc. You don't deploy anything. You send a drone, which is 200.5 kilograms of let's say composed material. So even if there is, it gets crazy, but it's not. It's very stable. And this is what it was showed, and because of that, approved by the police and authorities to be used in parallel to traffic. It reduced 75% of the closure of roads. So denial of service reduced by 75%.
Wow.
The total time of, because it starts digital from the field to the process, to the expert system of processing and scoring the condition of the asset, it reduced 80 to 90% of the time of processing, okay? With a much higher resolution, much higher accuracy, full traceability, so you know exactly where a photo was taken, because traditionally, a person or an engineer was going, inputting, and then making hundreds of photos. Where is this photo from? I'm confused, I don't remember. And now let's say you're an engineer, you're coming back with your report. How can you prove me that you covered everything? That you didn't neglect some parts?
Good point.
So the drone lives like a trail. It is digitized.
Oh, yeah.
So you can see the full coverage, like someone is painting.
Yeah.
You can see the crossings over and
Awesome.
hey, this is not covered, send it again. So
does that also include like pavement maintenance and the life cycle items, not just bridges, but
yes, the RMS, the road management system, deals with pavement, deals with identification of defects, of cracks, etc., creating of a plan to rehabilitation and optimization, ability to run scenarios and to optimize, and then to activate it to work orders into the EAM. We have several customers that are doing that very successfully.
So it's kind of like a GIS in a way.
No, it is integrated with the GIS. This is
okay.
You know, I have a story for you. It's great for because what you ask now, you're right. It has GIS, but it is one side. It's like the elephant, you know. Are you familiar with the elephant is walking in India and 4 blind people are in front. So the driver shouts, "Hey, stupid, go aside. Don't you see there is an elephant?" No, we don't. Sorry, we've never met an elephant. Let us touch him to know what it is. One says it's a lotus leaf because the ear. One says it's a wall because of the belly. One says it's a rope because of the tail. And one says it's a column because of the leg. The elephant is moving away and they are still crawling. It's exactly about asset management and maintenance management. Everyone sees it from his own angle. The financial, it's a cost. Let's reduce the cost as possible. The maintenance manager, it's open work orders. I have to deal with that. The operation manager, come on, it's my headache. It bothers me. I cannot operate the road or the machine or whatever. So everyone sees his own side, but actually, and this is exactly why you need this digital brain of integrating everything in an infrastructure intensive organization, because it's a core business for them and they should have all the aspects, all the people engaged, and this is what we do. All those type of users are working on the same system, not just the maintenance.
Are you typically bringing it in to a scenario where the city, for example, is already collecting all this data? Or do you have to have part of the data collection to make it work right?
Great insight and great question. We have many examples in the world because smart city was a slogan, the buzzword, and everybody invested. And what they invest in sensors and cameras, in communication and fiber, etc. And you hear all the cities disappointed. Why? They try to be smart without dealing with the brain. Like a baby that is born, first of all, when a baby is born, he's small, but the head is big. And his organ, let's say, hands and senses are not operational. They're like active, but they are not functioning. What is functioning is the brain, is learning, is evolving. And this is exactly the answer to a city that wants to become smart. You start by investing $1 to $3 million. That's it, in this digital brain. And then according to your resources, you add a communication, you add sensors, you deploy and roll out according to the food that you can feed your baby. This is the pace that he will grow. But if you don't start with a baby, no matter how much food you will push in, it will be stupid baby.
Right. So you guys are the brain. You're the brain.
We bring the software. And the software is in the skull. So the software is in a server. The server can be in the cloud. It runs on multi-tenant SaaS of HEXAGON. It runs on private clouds. It runs on-prem. And the customer dictates it according to his regulations and restrictions. Okay, and cybersecurity that he holds.
What's the business model? Is it a subscription or is it a one-time purchase? What does that look like?
Both according to exactly the model that they want. Usually there are contracts of turnkey projects, so we take responsibility on full delivery, on time, on budget, on specifications, and reaching the customer satisfaction. I can tell you that we hold 100% of this success. Of course, there are customers that say that in some point, they say, okay, I would like to work with you on resources like time and material because we want to evolve things, etc. Usually it's long contracts and we deliver also the support. And I can tell that we have contracts of many, many years ahead because of such projects, because nobody's buying this system for 1 year or 2 years.
Right.
It's for 10 years at least.
It's an investment.
What's your biggest challenge right now?
We are going global and we are recruiting and we are looking, of course, for customers and partners. Partners that are in the market, partners that complement us, that are delivering of ICT. We are 75 experts, which are maybe not too large, but only on EAM. And yet we are considered one of the largest in the world, and of course, by HEXAGON. And of course, with the best experience and expertise and best practice and methodologies. And the fact that in we were 8 times approved by the Innovation Authority of Israel to grants on innovation. And they are very severe, very strict. They check that the innovation is innovative, that there is the market and business case, and there is the ability to execute. And only when you are qualified on that, you are granted. And we succeeded 8 times. Most of the things were around HEXAGON EAM platform. And in each of the innovation, it is already operational with satisfied customer, with case studies, and with testimonials. So we invite everyone to meet us and to visit our customers. They are willing, they are open, they became friends, and they are reoccurring, right? Returning customers.
So you say you're going global, we're everywhere? I know you said you had an office out here in the States.
We opened and we'll start on the East Coast.
Okay.
But definitely where the customers are, we will be there. Same in European Union. We established a company, and HEXAGON is really taking us global. And I think the best recognition is the award that we got from
yeah.
them yesterday on the global growth in assets in the EAM award. Okay.
That's
Well,
amazing.
Congratulations, guys. I mean, this is amazing stuff what you guys are doing.
Thank
And
you.
the website
Thank you.
is giv-solutions.com.
Pretty cool stuff.
Awesome. Yeah. Anything else you guys want to get out there? Is there like so much, I'm sure, in this room that you guys are just so jazzed up about?
I want to take the opportunity to thank HEXAGON, first of all, for this conference and the ability to meet a lot of interesting people. I thought I was fairly intelligent until I
Just two.
Tom, I tell you, every time we come to these things, I realize how not smart I am getting around all this stuff.
and thank you guys as well.
Yeah,
For having-
appreciate
Thank
it.
you guys. Thank you. Yeah.
So I just wrap up from my point of view.
Yeah.
HEXAGON is a wonderful company, an engineering, a leader, a visionary, and the way that they perform, there are many that are as visions and it remains as visions. The way that they are doing the engineering and what we see is amazing, and I very much correlate with that and identify with that. And the event is amazing. They have
Yeah.
wonderful marketing team.
Yeah, definitely.
And again, thank you for recognition that we got by HEXAGON, the recognition that our customer, Mea Avivim, the water company of Tel Aviv, got from them, really excites us. And thank you for this interview.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, thank
pleasure.
you guys. It's been a treat for
Yeah,
sure.
enjoy the rest of the week.
Yep.